Okay. We're live. Okay. Okay. Uh, Greetings. Yes, birthday. Yay. Yay. And thank you, Salty Eggs, for being a real faker for 26 months. Thank you. You got that in before the stream started. Turn that off. Alright. How's it going, everybody? Mad Dude, Hoojon, Jacob, Irrelevant, Gaming Devil, Complex Awareness, Ipoin, Mingles, Fire Guy, Bilal, Bloody Drinker, Nicholas, Help, Shikt, John, Golden Archers, Kira, All Quiet, Ben Supercharged, Zakinator, Dead, Some Kotsu, Kamui Cadet, Alfred, Abyssal. Womb Evacuation Day. I mean, I guess. Do you guys like my shirt? It took me so long to put this shirt together. Why is my hair black today? Because I dyed it black. I have many regrets. But it's fine. It's my birthday. It matches the theme. It's Friday the 13th, so I'm a black cat. Do you get it? Do you get the joke? Because it's bad luck or something? Or whatever? Shirt goes hard, thank you. I'm wearing this in real too. I own this shirt. Well, not exactly. I don't own this version like off the shoulder, but I do own a shirt that I could conceivably turn into this. My birthday also has the ability to be on Friday the 13th because my birthday is on December 13th. Nice. My birthday is just every Friday the 13th. Copyrighted it? To be honest, thank you, IDC Gaming, for being a real faker for 13 months. Thank you, my fit is fire. Yeah, technically I could get a copyright infringement claim over this shirt. I hope I don't. Thank you, Whippoint, for the 13 reals. I did do that. I did birthday over everybody. If only we could mod fake into Dead by Daylight. Can you mod anything into Dead by Daylight? I thought that game was online only. Thank you, Mukul and Dorito. You have 2 birthdays this year? Yeah, I guess I do. It's mostly just an excuse to stream for the day. See, I would have put up, I would have wanted to get a gift. I would have put up Miku boxing on my throne for my birthday, but they're not selling it on Canadian Amazon, so I can't get it. The release of this game is very questionable. I guess it must be on like the Switch online store, but that doesn't really help me. I want a physical copy of it. They're so mean to me specifically. Canadians are always losing out. Did you see the PlayStation 5 Pro prices? I don't even have a regular PlayStation 5. I'm never going to be able to afford it. I'll never be able to play Astrobot. The thing about me is that I love references even when I don't get the reference. So I'll watch other people play Astrobot and pick up other PlayStation characters in bot form, and I'm just like, hey, that guy. And it's a series I've never even heard of. They put Mr. Mosquito in that game. It's a lot of deep pulls. Yeah, not the only video game on the PlayStation 5. I know they didn't sell it. They're not like selling it on the PlayStation 4 store or anything. That's not multi-platform. There's no way. It's got a bunch of stuff it doesn't need due to how games are published. It doesn't have a disk drive. My computer doesn't have a disk drive, and I'm angry about that, but, you know, I guess I'm gonna have to build my own PC tower next time, because, woof. I got this thing pre-built, and, like, it's strong enough to do just about anything and stream it, but it's missing a lot of key features. Walking away from physical copies was such a bad move from gaming. Yeah, but by doing that, they're able to remove games from digital storefronts without, having to worry about anything. It's just destroying game preservation. It's good for the companies, not for anybody else. Thank you, Robert and Dylan. Also, if you only buy a digital copy, then you can't give it to anybody else or sell it, right? Physical copies, you can do whatever you want with. You can resell them. Remember how back in the day, a lot of online-only games, like shooter-type games, the physical copy would come with a one-time use code to get into online mode, to force you into buying a new copy instead of a used one if you wanted to play. Which was bullshit and definitely should have been illegal. Thank you, Odysseus. Astrobot is about restoring a monolithic PS5 after an alien destroyed it. It makes sense why it can't be on anything but a PS5. That's true. But come back to me in 20 years when it's on whatever PlayStation 5 emulator there is. Do you think we'll ever get there? Do you think humanity will last long enough to emulate a PS5? Do you think we'll do it? I mean, we live in an era where you can emulate Bloodborne. I still haven't played that game. I own it now. I just haven't sat down. I don't like sitting in front of my TV, but I've got my cool beanbag chair, so maybe I'll do it. No? Okay. Is there still no Switch? Oh, there is a Switch emulator. Well, there was, but they got shut down because they were doing dumb shit and got sued. But you can still find, copies of it, which I may or may not have. Alan Wake had an update on PC that removed a song the license to use expired. What the hell? That shouldn't be a thing that can expire. It's like how certain songs were removed from movie soundtracks on the DVD. If you bought it for the thing, it should be there forever. Oh my god. You can emulate Bloodborne? Yeah, I think so. I mean, pretty much the only reason why anybody was working on PS3 emulation is so they could emulate Bloodborne. It's not like perfect, but they're working on it because people really like Bloodborne. That's the way it is. And that's the way it's gonna be. Anyway, Sony's very foolish. Let's just say that. Oh, thank you, Capybara, for the 1313. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm gonna give you a heart. There it is. I think I went into the Streamlabs and I might have fixed the delay. I don't know how that happened, but now everything's popping up normally. I connected my throne to it. I don't know how to change the settings on the throne alerts, but I'm not going to get anything anyway because I don't have anything on the list right now. I only wanted the Miku game and it won't let me have the Miku game. Bloodborne didn't appear on PS3, that's PS4. Oh, okay. So PS3 emulation, that's good. PS4 emulation is just for Bloodborne. You're gonna have to wait like a couple more console generations before you can play every PS4 game on your computer. But it'll happen. Anyway, I was saying that Sony is foolish because they're trying to get money from this console that nobody will buy, but they're just sitting on Bloodborne instead of like remaking it or releasing it on PC. Like, if you really want to make back the money from Concord, that's how you do that. I love sending super chats at work. Oh, man. You're gonna get in trouble. Yeah, I know about the gacha machine in Astrobot. I've been watching people play it. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Lewis. You play the Silent Hill 2 remake? I don't like scary games. I'm bad at them. It was funny how, like, I played the mortuary assistant thinking I was just gonna be like YouTuber react thumbnail the whole time, really scared, and then I kind of got frustrated with it halfway through it. I was just like, yeah, get the scare over with. I gotta get this body done. You don't understand what gacha is? It's like gambling. You pull a lever and a random item comes out. And it might be the one you want, it might not be. And if it's not, you pull again. And again. And again. And then some gaming company has all your money now. It's gambling for all ages, which, you know, that's like, didn't they add it to like the ESRB, like this game contains microtransactions? But I really feel like they should outlaw loot boxes in games that aren't M-rated. You know? That's adult territory. When I was a child, I wasn't allowed to play on the slot machines. Kids today shouldn't get to do that either. Leave it to the adults. Honestly, if gacha had been a thing when I was a child, I would have a crippling gambling addiction right now. I only have a mild one right now, so I'm much better off. Didn't they outlaw loot boxes? I mean, I think in the Netherlands. Like, you can't buy certain games in the Netherlands because they have loot box mechanics. I think that's literally it. Does sports betting a lot? I'm getting tired of seeing ads for that. Even like a podcast I was listening to recently was like, oh yeah, with what was it? Friggin' one of the sports betting apps. And they had to spend a full minute talking about having to give the disclaimers of, here's a number you can call if you have a gambling addiction, and here's another thing, and here's a warning about gambling. And I'm like, maybe if you have to do all of this, you have to admit that you're selling out by doing this ad. I was actually pretty disappointed to hear it. Getting burnt out with OnStars? Yeah. Well, you know who else is getting burned out? Whales for Obey Me Nightbringer. They introduced, like, usually the gacha events are connected to the story events, so you'll pull for some cards and they'll give you a bonus in the current event. But just last week, they introduced a gacha that had nothing to do with anything. It didn't have anything to do with a birthday. It wasn't a revival. It wasn't attached to an event. It was a completely, just on its own, new gacha, unrelated to anything. And everyone was super pissed. They're like, why would you put this out? Like, are you that desperate for money? They can't be. Oh, thank you, Goose. Thank you, Dust Tail Sands. You gotta love the sands they use. Thinking of God of War 1 for the old PS2. I haven't played it. I've watched retrospectives on it, and it kind of just like pointed out who was reviewing it, because he's just like, yeah, Kratos is so cool and shit. Meanwhile, just like all the women in that game are just like non-existent characters. Like they don't matter at all. Hello, I like money. Thank you, Crab Master. And Valent. I like Zelda? I've played a Zelda game. I have been known to play a Zelda. I've been known to be a Zelda. I played Breath of the Wild, that's it. I own Majora's Mask on 3DS, but I got so confused while playing it I just stopped. I didn't understand how you're supposed to win. It's kind of in touch with the times it came out. It's very new metal. Yeah, that makes sense. Listen, the games industry still has a long way to go, and it had a longer way to go back then. Yeah. You know, I'm something of a Zelda myself. Thank you, Plain Cash Gaming. Thank you. Favorite game? You know, I've always said it's Hollow Knight, because it probably is. But then again, if the Lies of P DLC ever comes out, it'd probably still be Hollow Knight. Silksong Wen. I think of the new Zelda game. I wish they would let Zelda fight and be violent. Like, I'm sorry, the last time we were able to play as Zelda, like on the CDI games, she did have a sword. They at least gave her a sword. That game sucked ass, but they did give her a sword. Am I a Zelda fan? I know of it. To be honest, I'm more of a Sidon fan. I'm not like the Zelda series in general, just that one character. Like the shark guy. Silksong is going to be never. No. It's so over. Sorry if I'm moving around awkwardly. It's hard to keep the model steady. Oh, you know, something to do with how I made this shirt. I had to give myself a chest so it would work. As anybody who knows my model knows that I gave it negative chest because I just didn't want things getting in the way. But it turns out when you do that, it goes all concave with the design, so I had to set it to 0 to make it flat. But even then, when I put the model into VC Face to test it, the fabric kept shifting around and like bouncing, and I was like, is that tit bounce on my 0 chest? So I went back into Vroid and I'm like, what is going on here? And apparently there's a setting that like moves body parts and clothing when you like sway the model around, and that was set to 100. So even if you've got basically no tits, they still bounce. I was like, turn that to 0. Come on. Okay, goodbye, IDC Gaming. The only Zelda game Faith played is the one Link can go shirtless. Coincidence? It's also the only open world one, right? I don't know, I just played it because it looked good. Bounce cannot be stopped, it will always bounce back. Yeah, imaginary jiggle physics. Like, I set the chest to 0. That's, like, the itty bitty titty committee does not bounce. Come on. I need wood plank status. This is what I want in real life, because if it's flat, it doesn't fuck up the design of the shirt. Do you understand me? If the tits are too big, it makes the shirt all weird. And if they're too small, it also makes the shirt all weird. It's got to be perfectly flat. Getting potty shamed by a V-tier model is wild, actually. How can there be a bounce if there's nothing to bounce? I don't know. You played Class of '09? I have no interest in that. Okay, breasty? No. No. Flat is justice, okay? My voice has been given out lately. I think it's because I've been eating weird things. How we go from silk sign to tits? I would listen. Any woman with a chest will tell you this, or any man, or whoever. It ruins shirts. How many, like, ladies, I know you are increasingly rare in my audience, but be real. How many times have you put on like a cool shirt with a design and then just like bulbousness? Or tried to button up a shirt and it just, the gaps. It's a huge pain. Eating sand. When did I eat sand? Yeah, that's exactly what happens. You understand. It's my goth girl. I'm Black Cat because it's Friday the 13th. I'm so funny. Thank you, Leafall. You gotta go to Walmart. Oh, good luck there. They treat you like a criminal just for walking in. I hate it there. But they do sell goldfish. Also beer. I don't buy beer. You know, I thought things would be a lot different when they said you could sell beer in grocery stores. It didn't really, though. Like, everybody was freaking out about it. They were like, if we take the alcohol out of purely just the LCBO, like, it's going to be bad for alcoholics. But I don't think literally anything has changed. I think it's just a better decision overall. I hate the LCBO. It's the jiggling of my ass cheeks instead. You caked up, Mingles? You're banned from Walmart? Yeah. That's how it goes. Tokyo Game Show is coming. What the heck is that? If it's all in Japanese, I'm not going to be able to understand it. I'm still learning. I've got Obenkyo on my phone. I'm doing flashcards. I know some words. It's mostly just so I can memorize them and, like, know what to type into Google Translate when I'm translating Dojin. I think Walmart stopped selling cigarettes, which is also good. Yeah. I'm not a fan of cigarettes. Like, alcohol, I'm not a fan of, but I'm neutral on because whatever, that's just something you're drinking. Smoking, you're putting the smoke into the air. Bad for the environment, although I understand that, like, the environment is being harmed way more on a corporate basis than an individual one, but also I have to smell that shit, so, you know. Stop smoking. I walk out front of my building, there's a smokers area. On the left side, you got the weed smokers, and on the right side, you got the cigarette smokers. Both smell really bad. A lot of grocery stores have been putting devices on the shopping cart wheels to lock the wheels when the cart moves too far from the stores. I thought they always did that. There are a lot of places with those, but I don't even know. I'm going to be honest, I don't think a lot of them actually have that locking mechanism. They just say they do to try to stop you from taking them. Miss Smoker, you made me feel sad. Stop. I know people are like, oh yeah, addicts are people too. That includes smokers. And I'm like, that's true. But I still gotta smell that shit. Like, I'm not going up to smokers in the street and being like, ugh, disgusting. I'm walking around them. I'm giving them a wide berth because they reek. That's just how it is. Sorry. Maybe don't reek. Me when I shorten my lifespan. Tessa, what the fuck are you talking about over there with Chris? What kind of conversation are you guys having? And can you please take it to DMs or something? What are you going on about? What the like? How is this relevant? I'm deleting that. That's fucking weird. What conversation are you guys having that I haven't noticed? What's going on? Low key thought fake was a smoke. What, you think I smoke? I do admit I have the voice for it, but I don't. If you're going to participate in an activity, at least do it where it doesn't inconvenience others. Like, I'll admit, to the smokers' credit, they stay in the designated smoking areas, of which there are not many. Like, they keep it to themselves. But I'm giving them a wide berth. Thank you. It's just these personal conversations that I'm not in on are very confusing. I don't get it. Steer clear of people smoking since my little one is medically fragile. Well, yeah, I mean, kids are very fragile. Yeah, like, I can't do anything about the vocal fry, but it didn't come from smoking. I don't know what it came from, but it came from something that wasn't smoking. I know me coughing a lot doesn't, like, lend credence to that, but it's true, I don't smoke. I smoked a weed once. That's true. I smoked a weed. It was gross. That was just after it got legalized. I bought a weed cigarette from the internet. Smoking a singular weed? Well, I wasn't sure what to do with it, so I just smoked like maybe a third of it, and then I think I just threw the rest away. It was kind of a waste. It's like, I wasn't sure what to do. I guess you can put it out and then light it later, like you can save it for later. I didn't want to smoke the whole thing at once, so I didn't know what to do with it. I smoked a weed once, it permanently changed my voice. It explains so much. You know, when I was younger, I used to be, like, insecure about how high-pitched my voice was, and now it's still kind of high-pitched, but it's got the fry, so nobody notices. You're an IT. You've got the privileges. I ate a whole marijuana. I've got gummies. I have a lot of gummies, actually. They were on sale for Mother's Day. But, I had one of them. It kind of knocked me on my ass because it's the weed from the reservation. It's not the government weed. It's the real shit. And, yeah, I don't know how to say this, but, like, I started seeing, like, scarecrows out of the corner of my eyes. It's fucked up. I'm not a huge fan of weed. What kind of gummies? Gummy worms? They're squares. They're little square gummies. Scared of scarecrows? Why were this? I don't know. Just, I wasn't like actively hallucinating scarecrows. It's just like I thought I saw scarecrows out of the corner of my eye. It was weird. They're gummy squares? Yeah. I mean, that's probably the easiest way to make them, right? Just in little square molds? Probably. The most fun I had was playing Skyrim High. Saw shit that was definitely not in the game. If you saw a talking dog, then that guy was real. Like, that guy was definitely there. Scarecrows scare crows. That's how they got the name. Yeah. They're also all gay. I saw people at work, but no one's ever there. Huh. Interesting hypothesis. No, it's true. Because the Scarecrow is a friend of Dorothy. That's such a good joke. But half of you aren't gonna get it. Scarecrows are actually clinical psychiatrists? Yeah, like from Batman. And nobody clapped. Nobody gets it. Learn gay history. Thank you, Knavery. And Mask Nask. You got a big sigh from that? Our scare. I just explained the joke. The Scarecrow. I'm not gonna say it again. It's gonna make it less funny. I actually said your name right, but that's how you say knave. Do people call you Canavery? Oh, thank you, Marilyn Brony, for being a real faker for 30 months. Yay. You didn't hear? Okay, okay. The Scarecrows are gay because the Scarecrow is a friend of Dorothy. If you don't get that, look it up. It's annoying. I'm so sorry. You will be knavery to me. I wonder where I first read the word knave. Because that's not a very common word. That's sort of like medieval sounding, right? I'm certain I heard it when I was like a child. But I wonder where. Hello, Chaos Demon. 64. That was just a saying. Where's the joke? It's funny. I'm funny. I'm a humorous fake. There's my great joke. Everyone laughed. Yay! Everyone laughed. Hooray. I am so funny. And it's my birthday, so I'm funniest. I'm so funny. Okay. Actress who played the Wicked Witch actually outlived most of the actors in the movie. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the actress who played Dorothy, didn't she, like, not live very long after the movie? Do you add a confetti toggle? It's just a source I have. It's just like confetti GIF or something. I don't know. What is this thing called, anyway? Magical Golden Confetti Particles Free Motion Gravic.mp4. That's what it is. Wizard of Oz is sad. Poor munchkins. Why? What did they do to them? It says Silk Song on the ceiling. Where? Mangles, did you lie? Hey, wait a second. Oh no, I missed a spot with my hair dye. Don't look. I thought I got all of it. She died of an accident Till overdose of legally prescribed 1960s pain. Yeah, that checks out. Thank you, Steve the Wizard, for being a real faker for 31 months. You finished leftover lasagna. Oh, that's delicious. I love lasagna. The Munchkins were treated terribly by the crew. Ah, because of the ableism. Thank you, Genesis. Didn't know I streamed. Does it not pop up in people's sub boxes? That would explain a lot, actually. Her slippers were once stolen and went missing for about 2 decades. Yeah, that sounds about right. Lucky someone didn't steal your lungs when you looked up. Plus the old myth about the hanging munchkin. I mean, there are good reasons to feel bad for the munchkins that were in that movie, but that's not one of them. That's not real. It's literally just a bird. You can see it in the HD version. Garfield also loves lasagna. That's real. I saw a post about a House MD where they were looking at somebody's laptop and they were like, "Oh, a Garfield comic. That's funny." And somebody found the exact Garfield comic it was. And it's the one where that meme comes from, the one that's edited like, "Why do they call it an oven when you out?" Oh, that was so funny. That country song for Bo Burnham. Oh my god, yeah. It's a fucking scarecrow again. That guy's crazy. Has he done anything since that movie he made about being stuck inside? I didn't watch it. I listened to the Jeff Bezos song. I like that one. His style of comedy never really resonated with me, but he's a good songwriter. Alright, goodbye, Elsie. Good luck with your job. What would the 4-year star be? I don't think I planned the far ahead. Rainbow, I guess. Oh, thank you, Gavin Strafaci, for being a real faker for 17 months. Thank you. Hooray. Hasn't made a single peep since Inside. Yeah, that makes sense. Have you listened to shit on that album? No. Chris Pratt is Garfield now? Ugh. He's not that good a voice actor. Just give it up already. Oh, thank you, Lamazzo7878, for the $4.99. Why do they call it oven when you in the cold food of out hot eat the food? Should adopt a Persian white cat so on live streams you can just center the camera on the cat like a Bond villain. Well, are Persians, are they the ones that just like to lie around a lot? Like, you know, like bear spa ASMR where it's just like, she's just petting that cat and the cat like is just sleeping the whole time and doesn't give a shit. I might like a cat that just sleeps like that. But the hair, though, I'd have to vacuum like every friggin' day. All cats like to lay around a lot. They're cats. Yeah, but then at midnight they get the zoomies. That's when they activate. What if I'm busy and trying to sleep? I'm not reworking my schedule around a cat. Every time I think I might want to look after an animal, I'm just like, I think about the implications and what it would mean for my job, because I work from home and I can't have an animal making noise or meowing or hitting things when I'm trying to record, right? So because I don't live in a house, I don't think it would be very good for either of us. I think I would come to resent any animal because they would just be interrupting my work very constantly. Shouldn't you just get the zoomies with them? I'm a different kind of cat. Game Grumps where Dan called John Arbuckle a cuck? Is he? Doesn't he have a girlfriend? Is she fucking somebody else? That's weird. Thank you, Asfar. Nobody can give me a gift because there's nothing on my throne. There's nothing I want. I just want Miku boxing, but they won't sell it to me. John Arbuckle is a meeting Sigma. I don't know what that means, but I mean he's self-employed as a comic artist. He's basically just like the creator of Garfield, but like he's the creator of Garfield self-insert, but you know, he's self-employed as a comic artist, and he's doing well enough to support himself living in a house and 2 pets, so I think he's doing all right. I heard a noise in the living room. Remember the Swedish plush? What happened to the fish? He was literally on the last live stream. He was literally just here. Aaron asked why John was enabling Garfield, giving him lasagna when he's lazy and doesn't catch mice. He does that because he loves his pet cat. Duh. Because he's... Okay, that's pretty funny, though. Garfield in the living room. The first self-insert fanfic was Mark Twain. Was it not Dante's Inferno?
You're a real faker?
Oh.
So cool.
Thank you, Unknown68D, for being a real faker for 26 months. For the future, 6-8... I'm sorry. Thank you, Unknown68D. Is it supposed to be like a pun, like 680? 68D? My mistake. But thank you. Mark Twain wrote a Southern man into his favorite story about King Arthur. Okay, that's pretty funny. The Aeneid is some self-insert. Yeah, people have been writing self-insert for as long as there have been, like, a written word. That also, like, you better believe that there were some people, like, around the campfire 2,000 years ago that were like, oh, yeah, you know that sick-ass adventure that one dude went on? I was actually there the whole time. I was there, he just didn't mention me. It's the soy jack meme of I'm the one who goes to heaven and you're in hell. But isn't, like, the whole point that Dante has to improve to go to heaven? Like, he goes down for an exploration of hell, and then the duties with Virgil is just like, yeah, man, you gotta improve to get to heaven. Yo, Ambiguous, what's up? The cosplay when? Honestly? I'm considering it. I could definitely do it for the model. I could probably find a coat. Wouldn't be that hard. Just draw some tattoos on. Whatever. 50 Shades of Grey started as Twilight fanfic? Yeah, it did. That's why it's not very good. Not because it's fanfic, but because it was like a regularly updating fanfic. So apparently the story meanders in a lot of spots, and it's because, you know, she just wrote a chapter so she could put out a chapter that week. So, yeah. If you're gonna file the serial numbers off of your fanfic, maybe do a bit of editing. It's the weekend and you might have gotten a girlfriend. Nice. Nice. Gotta respect the success. She developed feelings when I was rambling about my OCs. Oh my god. Literally legendary. She's Welsh. Yeah, a girl with a cool accent. Yo. Fucking based. Way to go, Ambiguous. You're winning. She's winning. What's a V cosplay? It's a cosplay of V from Devil May Cry 5. My favorite character. And also my future husband. Once we figure that out. Once we figure out, once we figure out a lot of things. Do you call Welsh a cool accent? Yeah, I've seen them on the internet. They sound very fun. Welsh. I like this. I like how the Welsh sound. Yay. Imagine having someone listening to your ramblings and have them actually like it. SMH couldn't be me. I mean, that's what my whole channel is. Everybody's just listening to me ramble forever. Second to last piece of your cosplay should be arrive. What are you cosplaying as, Steve? Are you cosplaying as a wizard? Welsh is just British. It's different British. It's hard to pronounce. Gotta say the long village name ending in go-go. Yeah, I remember that. I've heard of that one. That's so fun. Wales is crazy. Practice your accents? I can't do accents. I can only say British, and that's it. Found one girl who liked that, and I'm pretty sure it was just because she thought my voice was hot. Mm-hmm. What's wrong with that? If you can find somebody who will listen to you based on the strength of your voice alone, that's a win. You see, that's the thing about that village name. There's not nearly enough vowels. I would never be able to say that. Hello to Sweden, Nikolai. I don't know how Welsh is different British. Don't they? I mean, it's just based off of that village name. They've got like a completely different language, don't they? Welsh is a language. It's a different language. It's not English. Yeah, I mean, listen. I do tend to lump in all British accents with each other, but even I know that Welsh is slightly different. The second official language of the UK is Welsh. See, it's different. It's different. She's probably out there somewhere. She is. The girls are out there. Oh yeah, they do have the dragon on their flag. I saw that in r/vexillology or something. That was my arm. It's a Fallout cosplay, a replica of a weapon, and a Pip-Boy. Man, those are toughies. But then again, those Pip-Boy replicas were in like... What were they sold with? Was it Fallout 76? I don't know, there's a bunch of them. Yeah, it'll be fine, you'll get it. Looked up that Welsh is indeed an accent. It's very different. Breaks my heart that VTubers won't become VAs. You know who it breaks my heart is not a voice actor, at least I don't think so. Oh, what's his name? Breadsword? I don't know if that guy still makes videos, but he made some video essays, I guess, on some different topics or something a while ago, and his voice is like very soft and nice, and I was like, why are you not doing ASMR right the fuck now? Should be a VA. I should put myself on voices.com. I always think about it, but then I'm like, I don't know. He's saying, take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the ball game. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. Buy me something, Cracker Jacks. I don't care. Something, get back. I don't know who Breadsword is. That's okay, nobody does. It's the one they sold as a promo for the Fallout show. Oh, you might be waiting a while then. Solus Astorius? I don't know who that is. So has anyone ever actually had Cracker Jack or what? Oh yeah, the official merch for Fallout 76 was busted, but you know, Amazon, they probably know what they're doing with that. You're exploring the out of bounds in New Vegas, there's nothing there. That can't be true. There was a whole video series about how there's like an entire secret world out there. That was real, right? Okay, goodbye, Edmundo. Good luck with work. Sorry you have to work, though. Should be shipping sometime in November. Who even knows if November's ever gonna get here? That's crazy. Cracker Jacks are awesome. Okay. You're allergic to peanuts? Okay. Caramel popcorn and almonds. Well, I don't like almonds or popcorn. No, Elsie, that's real. Like, recording is so nerve-wracking at the start. Now I just don't give a shit. Whenever I mess up a take, I'm just angry. Miss me with that Fallout ARG. I totally didn't watch it all. I watched somebody else explain it to me. Is it over or I don't know. Probably says a lot of my friends listening to it is extra awkward. It's a good thing I don't have real life friends. My family knows about this shit. They don't watch my videos though. They just think I'm reading stories. I don't think it's over yet. Oh, it's still updating. Okay. Song originated from the Chicago Cubs in the 1920s when they won a World Series. They never won another one until a few years ago. Oh, man. Wouldn't ask a real life friend. Oh, yeah. No, for real. I know if my family ever finds out what I really do, if they find out about the not safe for work audios, actually, speaking of, it's my birthday. Perhaps you could get me the gift of buying the things I sell. It'd be very nice. Thank you. This is kind of an outdated lie. 600 yen was JPY. It's actually like $4.20, but close enough. Deal. Yay. Anyway, if my family finds out about the porn I sell, they're going to be really disappointed in me. It's not going to stop me from doing it, though. The official ASMR YouTube channel of the Toronto Blue Jays. I would love to get that promotion. Borden wrote 5 books of character lore. The entire page of pet names? Ooh. Well, you know, some of those characters are really old. You have to, like, research, like, historical pet names. It's always fun when you have nothing to do at work, but it's also mind-numbing. It's like the best and worst thing ever. The conversion rates went up in the last few days. It's literally not my fault that the yen is doing so well. Why is it even in yen? Because it's on Booth and I can't sell it in US dollars there. It's only in yen. Believe me, I would love to sell it on a more conventional website if I could, but they won't let me do that. Because PayPal hates fun. And so does Stripe. Basically, every, like, mainstream payment processor that every website where you can sell things on uses hates fun. So that's the only place I could sell my audios other than Patreon, which also sucks ass. So pretty much I'm making the best of a bad situation here. (10:21 p.m.) 20:21 p.m. Okay, well, good night, Nikolai. I don't know what kind of clock you're using. It being yen is insurance that the website isn't going to do dumb shit and ban adult content. They would never do that because they're owned by Pixiv, and Pixiv is made on porn, so they're not going to ban me. Don't know if PayPal will also not ban me, but there's a reason why it's credit card only. They pay me. They'll take credit cards for the not safe for work stuff, but they send the money to me through PayPal, which may or may not be going against PayPal's terms of service. I don't know, but they don't need to know about that. Just, the money is mine. I want to get Patreon for the Lore Lodge, but everything I've heard about the platform is awful. It really is. I mean, the changes that they've made because of, like, everybody wanted to blame Apple for that, and they do suck, but also Patreon has been wanting to make those changes for a long time. It's bad. Also, their UI is absolute shit. I tried to look at somebody's Patreon page on mobile, and it completely froze up. I just couldn't get the page to load at all. PayPal is trash, so who cares? It's trash, but it's one of the, like, only major ways to, like, purchase things online. Like that and Stripe, and they both ban adult content. So, like, obviously you want to use, like, what's available to you, but the only thing that's available to me is, like, hey, we don't want your money. Ko-fi and Subscribestar are more popular options. Ko-fi also bans not safe for work content. I know this because I went looking through a lot of different options for places to sell my audios after I got kicked off of Gumroad, and there's not a lot of places out there. Thank you, John. Is Patreon expensive? Well, it's as expensive as you would want it to be. Like, you don't pay to use Patreon. They just take a cut of however much money you make there. It's just a pain in the ass to use. Thought Gumroad was made for porn? It was. And then they bent to pressure from Stripe, and they just decided, oh, we're going to kick all the not safe for work creators off the platform. I recently got an email saying they were deleting my account because of it. They apparently didn't notice all the porn I was selling before then, so whatever. Oh yeah, that Gumroad stuff still pisses me off. They used to have a system where, depending on how much money you sold, God, depending on how much money you made, how many sales you had, they would bump you up, or they would take less of a cut from your sales. I got up to 7%, and then they changed it, so it was just a flat rate for everybody, 10% for everyone. And then they decided to ban all not safe for work content creators, and I have no idea how they're doing now. I hope they're failing horribly. it was extra scummy that they gave everybody 24 hours notice to get the fuck off the platform. And when everybody put out emergency sales to make whatever money they could before they got kicked off the platform, they made a tweet about how much creators made in the past 24 hours. Because they were all running sales and people were buying before they were getting kicked off the platform. I'm still mad about that. I'm still cheesed, okay? I think I'm well within my right to still be cheesed about that. Good night, Nicholas. Why build a platform off the backs of a community, then kick out the community who built the platform? This happens all the time. There are so many websites that get their start with posting not safe for work content, and then once they gotta look good for shareholders, they kick all those people out. And then their websites fail, and they're all confused. OnlyFans tried and they failed. Well, yeah. I think they realized after the backlash that most of the money the platform was making was from not safe for work creators. Advertisers don't like porn in general. Then how come I keep seeing so many ads that are just straight up porn? This keeps happening. Just ads for mobile games that are basically just pornographic in nature. They don't want to advertise on porn, but they'll put porn in their ads. I hate this. That's a good chunk to Fansly. Yeah, I looked into Fansly too. See, the issue is that I make auditory content, like I make audios, and they come as MP3s that I would like my fans to be able to download, and a lot of those places that allow not safe for work content are not conducive to that. There's no option to just upload an audio that people can download and keep. Yeah, as long as it's softcore, they'll allow it. It's pretty gross. Other people aren't allowed to make porn, but they are, yeah. Do you think they're just cranky because the internet made it so you can get porn anywhere? You don't have to pay for it now? Thank you, John. This is my cool shirt. I wear the shirt to volleyball. Day where YouTube was flooded with not safe for work streams was a wild one. I'll admit, I don't remember that. I'm sure it was like that back in the early days of streaming. Thank you, Rafe. Good night. Indoor volleyball being back must be exciting. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. YouTube algorithms started showing me breast milk pump videos. What kind of stuff were you looking up, Mingles? Hearing fake say porn so much is a life-altering experience, actually. Why? I feel like I say it kind of a lot. It was the algorithm. Okay. I mean, no shade to you, Mingles, if, like, you didn't want to have to go to other, like, websites in particular, but, you know, it's very niche. It's all jokes, don't worry about it. Algorithm didn't take very long to show me a VTuber literally dropping her boobs on the desk. Yeah, you know, my outfit might be a touch more risque than my usual completely covered appearance, but at least my tits are a 0. in the VTuber scale. Like on Vroid, they're literally a 0 on the chest size. Meanwhile, 2D VTubers, they'll literally have animations where their tits bounce. More power to them. It's just, yeah, sex sells. What's my favorite Friday the 13th movie? I'm gonna be honest with you. I've only seen the first one. But just based on the descriptions, the one where he goes to space. Girl was literally Milky or something. Okay, I might be saying too much. I'm not going to say who it is because it'll be mean if I say it, but somebody left a very nice comment on one of my videos, and I was like, I don't remember this person. Like, I think they were saying that they've been watching for a little bit, and like they liked when my videos popped up on the algorithm for them, and I was like, who is this? It's somebody whose channel was all about Skyrim Vor. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Alright, goodbye, unknown 68D. Goodbye. The algorithm is a rabbit hole. Like, I can't understand people who leave the up next autoplay thing on. I turned that shit off the second I could. Like, what? I'm not chaining these together. Ambiguous, you sent a meme. Guys, holy shit, my parents are taking me to Freddy's on my birthday. Yes. Finally. Actually, you know what? If we go to Freddy's, I hope the puppet is there. I think we'd get along. We look very similar. Not really, not at all. I keep getting dumb emails. Leave that be. Not a math scientist, but I think the odds faked as a video of her dropping her boobs on the desk to shake the camera is under 50. Man. Okay, so there was recently a poll on Tumblr that was like, people out there with boobs, like, what's your cup size? And just the sizes were ridiculous. Like, we're talking like the majority of the poll was above like D cup, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? In what world is that the majority of people? Your back problems, ladies. I don't believe you. Thank you, Dead Attack. Like the bra straps on the model, those are just part of the shirt. Actually, no way, I guess those black things under it are the bra straps. Well, there you go. Anyone getting uncomfortable here? Why? Because I was talking about boobs? Too much boob talk? Sounds like dudes comparing dick sizes. Yeah, I think they're lying. Being overweight causes breath growth. That's also a possibility. There are a lot of obese people on Tumblr. That is true. Why do you need a bra? You have negative chest. It comes with the outfit, whatever. Nothing is funnier than men trying to figure out bra sizes. I still don't understand them. I'm not going to tell you guys what size I am, but I still don't understand how they work. Never mind, I'm not even going to talk about it. Some people have become weirdly puritanical in terms of sex stuff on the internet. Oh my god, seriously. I saw, it was a post talking about, like, pornography and, like, how it, like, reflects society, not society being reflected by it. But, somebody was in the replies, like, actually, porn is harmful no matter what. And It's bad for the brain. This has been proven in studies. No links to any of the studies, of course, no sources. And I'm just like, man, talk about somebody who doesn't know how to have fun. And in their tags, they were like, by the way, I'm 17, so don't harass me, please. And I'm like, okay, so you don't know what you're talking about because you're a kid. Like, goddamn, I hope you figure it out when you get out of church, girl. Fakes negative boobs will cause a singularity destroying the universe. Be careful. They made this joke when you're making the VTuber model. Well, I guess I'll just leave them at 0 now instead of concave, because at least if they're flat, it won't mess up the shirt design. I'm not totally comfortable with it, though. Porn reflects that we live in a society. Yeah. Got size for a bra. Apparently, I've been wearing the wrong size my whole life. Yeah, I hear that all the time, too. Bra sizes, I feel like they're legitimately... I feel as though they're confusing on purpose, honestly. They should be labeled a different way. It just makes no sense. Old white men be like, sex workers are evil, and then jack to the most misogynistic, abusive shit on the internet. No. They're like, sex workers are evil, and then hire a prostitute. I mean, that's just true. Found on Reddit that other married couples watch porn for some reason. Yeah, some people are into that. Like, I say that whatever you're getting up to with a consensual partner or partners, that's all fine as long as you're all adults and it's consensual. And some people like to watch porn together. I don't think I'd be interested in that. I don't watch videos. Hi, Zoinkers. Sorry, you walked in the middle of the not safe for work conversation. We're discussing sexuality and the way porn reflects society. Sorry. They made boobs to sell more bras. That explains evolution so much. As long as no pineapple is touching any pizza, you're free to do whatever in the bedroom. Same men saying gays and sex workers are evil are the ones who hire gay sex workers. As when the Republican National Convention comes to town, Grindr goes crazy. We know this. There was a whole, like, Onion bit about it. Yeah, what a time to join the conversation. Sorry, Zoikers. I bet that was a shock. I hope you weren't on speaker. Jesus Christ. Always watch my stuff with headphones in. That is the #1 rule. Clothing companies when people discovered they were naked. Yeah. To be fair, I'm glad that, like, there's a lot of clothes available for when it's cold. Chunk pineapple on pizzas are bad, but sliced pineapple is actually pretty good. What's the difference? I mean, just like a whole slice of pineapple just in the middle of the pizza? I was Grindr CEO. I know, but there was, back when The Onion was a TV show, there was a clip from it that made it to YouTube that was like the nation's, or what was it, Tampa's gay prostitutes prepare for the Republican National Convention to come to town, or something like that. It's a classic. You know, I'm also hoping to reblog the video about a poor girl dying instead of Glenn Beck when he dies. Looking forward to that. There's so many good Onion videos. I could literally watch that playlist of the old ones from like 2008 forever. Great content. There's an anti-trans politician being seen running from a gay strip club while fixing up his pants in the middle of the night. I thought that was in Turkey or something. Sliced pineapples have more surface to brown, have less uncooked flesh. Very specific. Hungary or Poland? Yeah. Thank you, the gentleman. It's my birthday. And that means I talk about porn on my live stream. It's wise decisions that we all make getting demonetized. Whatever. I made my money back on sales. Y'all should buy my merch if you can. It's cloudy but bright outside. Yeah, I got merch. I got a sweater and stickers and a mug. And not safe for work audios. That doesn't really count as merch, but you know, I do sell them. I'll admit the purchasing process is complicated. You need a Pixiv account and a credit card, but I think for the price, for the quality, I'm worth every penny. Because I'm worth it. There you go. The incident that happened in the Italian Senate involving Tifa. Oh my god. What if we kissed in the Italian Senate? Just making a joke about the negative. Yeah, I know, I got it. I feel you. My non-existent tits. I mean, none of you know what. Like, I make it a point to wear baggy shirts whenever I'm on screen. I don't want you guys knowing anything. There's too many risks. I could get doxxed off of a bra size. It's true.
Best I can do is $5.
Oh, thank you, Complex Awareness, for the $5. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Any plans to turn your emotes into stickers? I did turn Cool With It into a mug, I think. Or did I turn it into a sticker? I don't know. The thing is that most of my emotes are like kind of hard to scale up into stickers, but I'll see what I can do. I was trying to get the weird face one into a sticker, but it didn't scale up properly. Repping them G cups? Jesus Christ, the back pain. My titties got doxxed? Well, hey, I mean, I've heard that story. Classic, like, Gone Wild subreddit story where a girl just posted nudes because she's chill with that, got identified by somebody she knew by a very unique birthmark, and then they threatened to tell everybody that she was posting nudes. Just, you never know what can happen. Maybe I've got like a really identifiable tattoo or something. Yeah, that is messed up. Fake ASMR branded alien killing ray? Yeah. Attack. Yeah. That's the sound it makes when you shoot it. Thousands dead. You take off a girl's shirt and are like, hey, I know these from somewhere. That would actually be like a fun thing for an audio. Just like, you hook up with a girl and you're like, wait a minute. Are you my favorite OnlyFans creator? Deja vu. I've seen these tits before. The Nyalizer Ray. Yeah. VTuber got doxxed simply because of a mistake by the DMV when he tried to renew his driver's license. Jesus. I guess, well, this is why VTubers go through agencies, you know. They provide protection because they've got your information and YouTube doesn't. Honestly, I'm waiting to get doxxed, like any time after 100,000 subscribers. It could happen anytime. Anytime. Oh, thank you, LC Plays Shiv, for the 1313. Thank you.
Happy 13th birthday.
It's my 13th birthday. Hooray. Thank you, Beast Alchemax VA. Thank you. You realize you're in the Matrix by seeing the same tits twice? Oh my god. Those were Agent Smith's tits. The tits are replicating. That's waiting for a drama channel. Yeah. I should start a drama channel where I talk about the incredibly niche genre in the roleplay community. Oh, that shit's awful. I'm glad I'm very insulated from the rest of the community. Like, I don't really talk to a lot of people. I used to be in, like, a Discord server that got shut down. The drama there was just nutso. Just, they had a vent channel there. I would go in from time to time and just, like, I'm nosy as fuck, so I was like, holy shit. But honestly, I'm so glad I don't hear about any of that anymore because, ooh, it's bad. I'm staying far out of it. I don't know how things are going these days, and I don't want to know. Thank you, Complex Awareness. Have a good drama or video essay voice? You'd think, but I talk too fast. Fake drama is a fire title for a fake ASMR drama channel. Yeah, it's like all this drama's made up. Imagine you do a drama channel, but you just tell lies. You're like the Onion of drama channels. I guess that's what Clickhole is, but imagine you're just like, oh yeah, these two VTubers are beefing, and it's just not true. You just completely make it up, and you put your sources in the video description, and they all just link to Rickrolls. You'd watch a channel of fake discussing drama. Yeah, but unfortunately, in order to do that, I would have to be on Twitter. I'm perfectly fine with getting my internet drama news from Internet Today and whatever the hell Moist Critical decides to talk about. I need a layer of separation. If I got into that stuff on the ground level, I'd drive myself insane. I can't do it. Can't imagine what it's like being an ASMR person who shows their face. I mean, there's Pudding ASMR. He shows his face. He's a beautiful man. Don't tell him I said that. That was a weird thing for me to say. He's really cool, though. He's good at 3D modeling. Got anxiety just writing my first not safe for work audio. Real. So real. So very, very real. Like, actually. I had to go into Gone Wild Audio and just be like, okay, I'm looking for scripts. As I didn't steal a script from Gone Wild Audio because they do not want you posting scripts from there. They don't want you to record scripts from there and post them behind a paywall at all. Most of them are really against that, and I guess I get it. That's their whole community, whatever. But I did go through a bunch of their scripts to be like, okay, how do you actually write not safe for work scripts? It's the actual script part that makes it difficult. Exactly. I mean, how are you supposed to describe what somebody is doing, like the motions they're doing, in audio form? The ASMR community's Moist Critical. I cannot do this. This is my rejection of the call. You ran out a way to say breast without sounding redundant? Wow. I'll be honest, those don't come up much in my audios. There's a writing anxiety because of the increased pressure for the quality from the content type. Yeah, I think so. But also the fact that, like, I think anybody writing erotica will tell you that it's, unless they've been doing it for a long time, it's a lot more difficult than just, like, standard writing. As soon as the sex gets involved, you're like, okay, how is the best way to, like, describe this? Do the opposite of the rules for YouTube? What? It's not as simple as all that. Also, sound effects. Listen, I will admit my audio's light on the sound effects because I don't like editing them. What was I gonna do? Ask any of the girls I know, like, what words do you use to refer to your own boobs? You can go on Reddit. I know that's a weird thing. You... Actually, to be honest, if you went on r/askwomen, I think that's what it's called, and you're like, hey, ladies, what do you call your own boobs? You might get banned. Sex noise, I don't know, they're perfect. That's literally how I did my last audio. I was like, this is only 700 words? And then I was like, nah, it's okay, I'll just moan a lot. That'll make up for the short length. And it did. What would you do if Moist Critical made a video about you? I might sue him. I do not want... Can I be real with you guys? Getting into any sort of drama or getting noticed in a way that would get, like, the big YouTubers talking about me is one of my nightmares. I'm terrified of that because I've already been noticed by a relatively small Bloons YouTuber channel, and all he did was, like, make fun of me and the people who watch my videos, which I'm a little salty over, I'll admit, but whatever. He doesn't matter. Barely anybody watched that video anyway. But if one of the big, like, channels that a lot of people watch talked about me, I'd be so fucking scared. That'd be terrifying. Because roleplays are a niche. People are already gonna think it's weird. And then you've got a bunch of people coming to my channel, like, judging the quality of my writing, my voice, not understanding the medium at all. That's so fucking scary. Sending AVJing your channel. Listen, it was scary enough when the guy from Screenwave Media or whatever found the video. I hope he didn't show James that. But anyway, yeah. Even if I got into some sort of drama, even if I was, like, purely in the right and the video was entirely Moist Critical defending me, I would not want him to mention me ever. That would be terrifying. Yeah, I might make it to 100,000 subscribers way faster if he did that, but it would not be worth the stress. I could not handle it. Are you saying you don't like moans? So that's why I made sure to ask if she was cool with it. Well, I don't like doing the moans, but it's kind of a necessity for a not safe for work audio. You kind of just have to. How do we know you aren't actually Moist Critical? What's up, everybody? It's not critical. That's about it. See ya. I kind of miss when he did other stuff instead of just reacting to stuff from Twitter, but whatever. He's entertaining enough. What's up, guys? It's Critical. I'm a big fan of ASMR, as you know from my video, Critical Says Wood for 10 hours, which won 3 Academy Awards. That's why I'm here with my favorite channel, Fake ASMR. It's not the worst impression of him. I should do that video that's like, This like, yeah, baby, that's what I've been waiting for. Never seen Fake and Charlie in the same room together. That's because he's in Florida. I don't want to go there ever again. Critical is like one of 5 impressions I can actually do because my voice is deep enough. Yeah, he's got a surprisingly deep voice. I do admire his casual flair, though. You know, bro will just start a video after he's been working out and he's all sweaty, or after he's just gotten out of the shower, or he hasn't shaved and he kind of looks like shit. He'll just film. He doesn't give a fuck about his image at all. I kind of respect that. Woo, yeah, baby, that's what we've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo! I love the bit where the dog comes in. That's so great. Even James isn't ashamed of his cringe years. What? He was probably just like posting shitty Let's Plays like everybody else was. Moist Critical is a VTuber model. Actually, it wouldn't be that hard. It's just, well, he's got longer hair, so it would clip through the model, but whatever. Honestly, I could probably just make an anime Moist Critical in like an hour. Thank you, Darren. I'm in my emo phase. Commissioning you for a script that's just a bunch of 20-word memes. Oh, so just like a compilation? That's totally fine. I mean, I do anything. Except stuff I don't want to. But I do that. Just for fun. Fall is just around the corner. It's practically here. VTuber Moist Critical would just look like a Jesus VTuber. Hey, it'd be very easy to design, just, but he's got black hair, and I don't know what color his eyes are, but just long black hair, just standard male model. Well, he's actually kind of ripped, surprisingly, so like more musculature definition, but just a plain white shirt. He always just wears a white shirt. That's so easy. You don't even have to like do anything special for the model, just, that's a default. You can just put that on. Christmas, just a week away. He did a McCree impression. Ain't I killed you before? I've never played that game. How early is too early for Halloween stuff to appear in stores? August. But I think the, what's it called? Spirit Halloweens, those are opening now. Good for us. Those open in September. Good time to repair. There's definitely not going to be any V from Devil May Cry costumes available for purchase in there, but, you know, there might be wigs. Moist Critical VTuber model is just Hobo Jesus. I'll admit, it might be difficult to get the facial hair. He's always kind of scruffy, right? I don't think I've ever seen a VTuber model, or at least a 3D VTuber model, with facial hair. I think that is in the presets, though. I think you can set that. Can we watch more terrible horror movies in October? If I can find one that's not in YouTube's system. Which honestly shouldn't be that hard, because there's like a lot of really old, shitty horror movies out there. If I get a VCR, that would be much easier. They're probably just on the, like, archive or something. I don't know. Thomas the Plank Engine post. News out. Oh, networks were reporting Charlie died, but he wasn't dead. I don't remember that. Was that like a prank? Where he pretended that news outlets were saying that? Watch Devil Story. A story about the devil from the Bible. It is interesting. Oh, what's her name? She's Paper Mario Wiki on Tumblr. Oh, she was Clown Depot. She used to stream, but she's back to streaming again. Occasionally. It's very interesting. Last night she was streaming some sketches. It's the worst horror movie ever made. You know, I bet Manos, The Hands of Fate isn't in the system. Bigfoot versus D.B. Cooper count as a horror movie? I mean, it sounds like a horrible movie. Whose birthday we're celebrating again? Mine. Yay! It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I'm the funniest person here because it's my birthday. Yay! Alright, what are we talking about? One of those terrible shark movies, those are copyrighted. People started theorizing what he would say, like him uploading a video saying, "I'm dead," apparently. Did he do that? I don't remember that at all. He did upload a video. I guess people thought he was dead because he wasn't streaming. He was like, yeah, I'm, or they thought he was quitting because he wasn't streaming or something. I don't know, whatever. His streams aren't all that good. Like, bro co-streams to YouTube, has memberships enabled on his channel, but still doesn't port over, like, any of his emotes from Twitch. Boo. It's a sub where people post their bizarre dreams. Oh, right. Sorry, I missed that. He was commenting on his own supposed death. He'll probably do that as an April Fool's joke some year, maybe. Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings. That's gotta be in the system. I refuse to believe it's not. Some YouTuber has a death video plan. I've always thought about setting one of those up. I think like it would be a safe idea to do that because none of my family really knows how my channel works. Or maybe, actually, no, like if I had some real life friends, that'd be useful because then I could just be like, hey, if I die, can you log into my YouTube channel and tell everybody I'm dead? Maybe I'll just leave that to my sister, I don't know. I did think, like, maybe I should leave, like, a video that I always have a month out. I'm just, like, I always have it a month set scheduled to a month ahead of time, and if a month passes and I don't reset it, it just tells everybody that I'm dead. What about real? Still in jail. Or finding himself. I don't remember. Eventually put a sign that said Jesus hours because I got tired of people coming 24/7 to see my bedroom. Yeah. No, dreams are wild. I had a dream the other day that I was being menaced by wolves. I don't think I've ever even seen a wolf in real life. Set up a dead man switch. If you don't post for X amount of time without disarming, then a video goes up saying you're dead. Yeah, that would be useful, but I don't know how to program that. Also, what if it bugs out and just posts it anyway? My parents have been telling me to set up a will. You know, it's not a bad idea. I mean, right now all of my assets would just go to them. What about my nephew? What about my nephew? He doesn't know how YouTube works. He doesn't even know it exists. He's a dog. Assets? No. I hope... Listen, if I die before anybody else in my family, they better cremate the fuck out of me. If leaving me to rot in the ground, no coffin is not an option, then they better put me to ashes. Or they could do that thing where they turn you into ashes and they plant a tree. Or they could turn me into a gemstone. Cremate. Okay. My recent favorite dreamers were Joseph Stalin nicknamed himself the Shadow Gog and got roasted so badly on Twitter he went into hiding. Oh my god. I love those like speculations or like memes of what would it be like if this historical figure had Twitter. Your dog is your nephew? No, he's not my dog. He's my sister's. That's why he's my nephew. Came face to face with a wolf when I was hiking and accidentally stayed out after the sun went down and was coming back into town. I've definitely come across a coyote when I'm walking around at sunset. It's kind of scary. But they run away because they're cowards. They don't care. They are less brave than the fucking turkeys that want to continue menacing me. My funeral will just be my body thrown in a local river. Oh, come on. Don't contaminate the water supply. It would be nice if they could, if it was allowed to just leave your body out to be food for the animals. Just let like some birds and whatever forager animals, just let them go to town. That'd be easier, but it's not legal apparently. There are many VAs whose subs number in the tens of Ks and haven't replied for years. I wonder if something happened to them. Actually, I found a channel like that. He had a reasonable amount of subscribers. All of his videos were just black screens with white text on them. I forget his name, but he hadn't posted in some odd months, maybe a year. And I checked his Patreon. There was no update posts or anything there. So and that was during COVID. Like, he stopped posting around the time COVID was getting big. It was a little bit later. And I was like, did he die of COVID and that's why he hasn't updated? Never got confirmation on that, but that was just a speculation I had. I'm like, this suspiciously lines up with COVID, like, getting, like, really big. Maybe he's dead. That's scary as fuck. Putting my dad's urn in the columbarium, it just refused to close. At least you can laugh about it. I really do hope that if I have a funeral service, there are at least some people laughing. You want to remember the good times. Yeah, like, what are you gonna do? Like, sometimes you just gotta laugh. I know at my at one of my grandparents' funerals, like we got locked out of the car. Like we all drove into the cemetery to gather there, and then we got locked out of the car when we tried to leave. Did any celebs die of COVID? What's his name? Herman Cain? They named the award after him. That's why you need a cat that eat you when you die. I don't think I'd be left alone long enough with the cat for them to finish me off. There's one guy I used to watch on YouTube, he stopped uploading because he died of cancer. Yeah, Total Biscuit. That was sad. Meatloaf died of COVID. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Scary for me to think of how many of my school friends and people I know died because of all that BS. Right, like COVID. I don't know anyone personally who died of it, but that shit was fucking scary. Record an audio of yourself doing stand-up, then prop your corpse up on a stage, put a speaker in your mouth and play the audio. There was that old Vsauce video a long time ago about, like, novel, things to do with dead bodies, and there was that news clip of a guy whose funeral they just propped his body up in the corner in his usual clothes. Just people being like, oh yeah, like downplaying COVID after he died of it. That was really scummy. Damn, this crowd's deader than I am. There's a new Venom movie trailer. Are you slash J or slash SRS? Hold on, I got a notification on my phone. Maybe it's my Google alert for that. I'm kidding, I don't have that. Yay, somebody bought something from me. What did they buy? It's okay. I literally can't see your names, just your ID when you buy stuff from me, so. Nice. That's a bit of a contradiction, actually. The cat girl and the wolf girl audios. Someone likes both. Someone's a cat person and a dog person. If anybody who bought those is watching, I bet that's creepy, but it's not nearly as creepy as when Gumroad would just straight up tell me the email addresses and full names of people who bought stuff from me. I'm like, I don't need to know that. You shouldn't be telling me this. The one true bisexual. No, it's true. They did do. Listen, I'm a professional. I would never out any of you for buying from me. Like, obviously that's confidential. But, like, I don't know. I don't remember how the buying process went. I guess if you put in a fake name, it wouldn't make a difference. But it did tell me your email address. Because it had to send the audio, like, to that email. Keep those addresses if you get doxxed, dox them back. How would I even know who's doxing me in the first place? I mean, like, I knew who some of them were because they'd commissioned audios from me before and I recognized their email addresses, but a lot of them were just, like, people I'd never heard of just purchasing stuff from me. Just release them all? I didn't save them. I deleted those emails. They'd send me an email every time somebody bought something. I could have turned it off, but I didn't. It's just nice to be informed. I delete them every time, because why would I keep that? Who cares? I'd never had anyone who bought my audios, especially not if they buy even more. Well, a Pixiv, like, they don't go by usernames. They just go by IDs. So I suppose I could connect a Pixiv ID to somebody's account, but why would I bother? Like, what's in it for me? The fuck was that? Something's going on out there. Thank you, Jake Toure. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Ever read SCP Creepypasta or 4chan horror stories? I did that before. I've read The Showers, and I also read Jeff the Killer on a live stream. Also some SCPs, I read those too, but I'm just not that good of a reader, so not many people listen to that. Love Sododary Giantess audios, and YouTube keeps cracking down on those particular audios. Oh, boo. In the event of Fake's death, release all emails of the buyers of your not safe for work content so strangers will have a reason to keep you alive. Come on. Can we get some Naz? Just a second. Okay. The black cat, yes. Yeah. 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 There you go. Enjoyed your reading of Do No Harm. Yeah. I mean, that's just what I called it. The commissioning party was just like, yeah, I didn't name this. And I'm like, all right, I'll come up with something. think Jeff the Killer is cringe. I mean, it's not a well-written story, but hey, it's an old-ass creepypasta from the 2000s, I think. So, yeah, of course it's not very good. I can appreciate the legacy it had, though. There's a lot of good fan art out there. People really want to fuck those creepypastas, and I respect them for it because they make great fan art. Listen to that for hours. That's what the compilations are for. Somebody commissioned 12 minutes of you doing Nyaz. Would you actually record that, or would you start looping it after a while? I could do, like, maybe 5 minutes of Nyaz. After that, I might loop some. Actually, I could probably record Nyaz for 12 minutes. It wouldn't even be hard, but even if I loop them, you wouldn't notice. Sometimes I reuse kissing sound effects nobody's ever noticed ever. Jeff is totally your type. He doesn't have eyelids, though, which is a problem for me. You notice? A fucking liar. You don't notice. I'm gonna play Black Myth Wukong? No, because the devs are scummy. Yeah, he doesn't have eyelids. Isn't that the story? Like, he cut off his lips and his eyelids? Isn't that what happened? Also, he put on a white hoodie. To show the blood more, right? I've noticed, partly because you admitted to doing it in one of my videos. Listen, if I end up reusing a kissing sound effect, it's only because the new ones I recorded didn't work out. That's not my fault. I'll record it, I'll think it sounds good, and then when I get to the editing process, I'll realize, oh, that doesn't sound like fucking anything, and then I have to reuse one. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he cut off his lips. Or did he cut off his lips, or did he just give himself, like, the Glasgow smile? Is that a bad thing to say? Is that, like, a derogatory term for Glasgow, or whatever? You know, the Joker smile. Whatever. I don't remember the story. Have the devs scummy? Misogynist. Also, like, the streaming requirements they put out to a bunch of streamers that were like, hey, don't talk about political content or, like, woke stuff. Don't talk about feminism. And I was like, that's a little sus. He cut his lips and killed his parents because he didn't believe that they still loved him. Is that why? I thought he just saw himself in the mirror and fucking snapped. Cut off the lips, then carved a smile in the cheeks. Right. He was kind of fresh with it, though. It's slightly not a safe for work, but it has me die. Okay, sure. Listen, do you think Jeff the Killer could yeah? Do you think before he kills you, he's like, yeah? Maybe he does. Yeah, the Black Myth Wukong devs were like, don't discuss feminist propaganda, and I'm just like, you're just mad because everybody called you out for being absolute misogynist in your workplace. Like, legitimately. A dude's like, oh, if a woman isn't hot enough to jerk off to, then she's not worth putting in the game or something like that. Fuck him. Jeff is 100% a femboy. I mean, he was really concerned with how he looked, right? Because he got all the skin burned off. And he was, like, really concerned about how he looked. He's kind of femme. Don't need lips to make nya sounds. That's true. Yeah. You take commissions if it's an exciting story? I mean, it depends. If it's like, if there are action scenes, probably not, because the sound effects work for that is just, like, impossible. Am I an alpha? I'm the alpha and the omega. Okay, an omegaverse? I'm gonna say I would be a beta and completely uninvolved in whatever alphas and omegas have going on. Anyway, what's this meme? Oh my god, it's that list. The woke content create detector list or whatever. That's so silly. Like the only games that are recommended are the children's games from the 90s. I got blackmailed by a Futanari. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but yeah. These guys are so dumb. Like, as if somebody has to go to your woke content creator list. Like, they hate gay people and they're racist and they're bigoted in all sorts of different ways. But do you really need to add to the list, like, gay sex, the video game? Like, everybody knows. The other thing is so funny. Like, I don't. Like, what happened? Is it an Excel spreadsheet or a curated Steam list? Is it both? The Monster Hunter woke stuff? What? They made it so that, like, no matter what body type you have, you can wear any of the outfits. That's good. It's both, okay. Yeah. I mean, like, whatever. I remember seeing a Tumblr post. Who was it that posted it? It was Wizard Archetypes. He used to be vampire apologist, the good old days. But he was saying something like it's truly incredible how misogynists have just completely enclosed themselves in their own sections of the internet, where they were like, all go woke, go broke. That's why Baldur's Gate 3 failed. You know, Baldur's Gate 3, the game that sold 15 million copies in one game of the year. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, it's so unserious. I don't think there's a lot of people out there that are genuinely not going to buy a game because it's got gay stuff in it, but you never know. Leisure Suit Larry is on that list, a game from the 80s about picking up women. I mean, there's a lot of Leisure Suit Larry games. Isn't there one from, like, this decade? Same group that made it, all the active players were playing games marked as not recommended. Yeah. I mean, because how many games are there where all the characters are white, straight, and male? Actually, probably a lot, but it's not realistic. I'm mad at Space Marine 2 because it has black and Asian people in it. Like, I don't get it, man. How is it woke to acknowledge that there are other people in the world? Alan Wake 2 was woke? Well, yeah, he's awake. But also, I was kind of questioning, like, how, because I don't think there's... Like, I guess you play as a black woman in Alan Wake 2, that is true. But other than that, there's, like... I don't think there's a single queer character in that entire game. But, you know, just the presence of a black woman in a position of authority or as a playable character is woke to these people because they're fucking racist. Didn't some women say it was fun to work for the people who made Black Myth? That doesn't change the fact that the devs are misogynists. Like, there are women who voted for Trump. That doesn't mean anything. Keep your political mouth shut? But what if you're talking about politics? Thank you, Mingles. Being a little bit silly here. Like, if you're discussing politics, then yes, like, say what side you're on. Gay story about gay love. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'll put it on my wish list. Is our definition of woke too broad? Yeah. It's anything that's not straight, white, and male. These people can play almost no games. Yeah, I mean, even modern Call of Duty would be too woke for them because you can play as a woman now. Mother thinks women shouldn't work because it takes job away from the men who provide for the families. It's possible to be a woman and have misogynist views. Yeah, that's just true. I mean, in a world where trad wives are making a huge, like, stink on TikTok and whatnot about, oh, women weren't meant to work outside of the home and it's your responsibility to have as many kids as possible and let your husband take care of everything. Like, there are a lot of women who are falling into misogynist rabbit holes. Is just a fact. Isn't Black Myth about a monkey? Yeah. It's just a story about a monkey fighting dudes. I don't know why the devs had to be so sexist over it. She doesn't apply it to womanly jobs like teaching, though. See, yeah, that's the problem, yeah. It's just like, what you can do is defined by your gender. That's total crap. Yeah, kids in this economy. I saw this other reposted TikTok that was like, speaking to all the trad wives who let their husband handle all the money and think that they're going to be young and beautiful forever and they'll never lose him. It's like, watch out for when the handle snaps off the basket that you put all your eggs in. Super Mario 2 woke because you can play as Peach? Yeah, I guess so. Every trad wife is not a trad wife because they're making their own income. Yeah, these women are making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of cooking videos. Or they just pretend that they're traditional. Meanwhile, if they were really traditional, she wouldn't be making any money at all. She used to be an ASMR person. She was a lesbian, literally did queer erasure on herself. Now, this is a kind of thing that happens a lot, actually. Like, a woman will end up dating a guy, and she'll be bisexual, and she'll, like, admit to that and be in queer circles, and then very slowly she gets pushed back into the closet by her bigoted husband, and then poof, trad wife. Women weren't allowed their own bank accounts into the 60s or 70s. That is also true. Anybody who's like telling me like, oh yeah, feminism solved everything, like we're all good, women have all the rights. I'm just like less than 100 years ago, I wouldn't have been allowed to vote, so world is a fuck, yeah. Are there Stone Age trad wives who live in caves and skin deer with flint axes? Well, there is the caveman diet community or something like that. People who just eat raw meat. It's absolutely disgusting, but like these are communities that sprung up on the internet. These people used to be more localized crazy, but now through the internet they can all communicate with each other, and now there's just like thousands of people in communities just circling down the drain, just circling in on themselves, completely losing their minds. Canada didn't exist 100 years ago. They invented it when they made Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Female wants to fight to be in war until war happens. What are you talking about? Nobody wants to be in wars. Conscription is bullshit. For either gender. Don't fight in wars. Don't have wars. What are you talking about? I don't want to be in a war. I don't want anyone to have to be in a war. What do you mean? Cavemen did not eat raw meat. Yeah, exactly. I mean, isn't it theorized the reason we were able to evolve larger brains is because we cooked our food? Drafting is only done for men, though. Yeah. And it shouldn't be. What about that are you not understanding? What's the complication here? The draft shouldn't be a thing. Do you need clarification on that? Ruby Bridges, first black child to attend whites only school post segregation, is still alive. Yeah. Like, we still got a long way to go in terms of human rights everywhere. Suffering too? What the fuck is that? I'm evil for being a straight white male? Really? You were seeing that back in 2005? Somebody's sensitive. Should do competitive rock, paper, scissors. Okay, actually, really funny memory from my childhood. We were talking about war, I think in the 5th grade, and one of the preppier girls in my class, or maybe it was 7th grade, I don't remember, but one of the preppier girls in my class was like, why can't these guys just sit down, get some coffee, and just talk it out? And our teacher was like, there's a lot of complex reason why. Males always want to fight until the other side fights back. Wow. I'm sorry, but you have to die for that. Bye. Sorry. Not sorry. Like, you've been following me for this long and you thought I'd be okay with that? Maybe you should grow up. Sorry. War needs to be solved through thumb wars instead of real wars. Make love, not war. Mods replaces hormones. Mods force femme that man. Like, seriously. I look like a goth chick right now, and you're talking about females in front of me? You force femmed yourself. Oh, damn. Worth it. Yeah. Oh, what? I saved a picture. It was, I'm a Fujoshi. Don't fuck with me. I'll draw you getting rawed by another man. Make him only eat banana strings forever? No, that's so evil. That's the evilest shit ever. Behold, the Feminator. I mean, there is a popular headcanon that Doofenshmirtz is trans mask, which makes a whole lot of sense. You ever seen You So Hard You Change Genders? Real. That's real. I don't know. I got an email. Hold on. This is important. Someone's made a purchase. Nice. Somebody bought something from me. Guys. Doofenshmirtz is what? Like, he might be a trans man. I mean, it's just theorized because, you know, he's got problems with his parents and he was forced to wear dresses when he was a kid. Bowl of banana strings with a side of 100% pulp orange juice. No. Why do they still sell that? It's so awful. It's so bad. What the hell? Orange juice should never have pulp in it. That's disgusting. It's so gross. Set his vibrator to shuffle. He just starts doing a jig. His parents wanted a girl and already made the clothes. Exactly. Trans man backstory. Set it to cha-cha real smooth. Orange juice should have pulp so you can give it to guys who use the word female. Real. Like, if you say the word female and it's not like in a scientific context, and I mean real scientific, not just whatever fucking pseudoscience you make up, I'm like, this is fucking sus, dude. Once bought cat tights from Hot Topic. Oh, are they the ones where like they go up to a certain point and then like they have the cat ears? I love those. Those are so fab. What's wrong with pulp? It's nasty. I'm a hater. Like the extra pulp OJ tricks me into thinking it's closer to actually being juice than it really is. What? Oh, nice. Those are cute. Why do these females not like me? It's like, why are these bitches so mad at me? Femazoids? Yeah, to be honest, if you're calling anyone a word that ends with the suffix oid, you've already lost the plot. Using femoids as an insta-ban? Real. You have my full permission to gun down anyone who uses that word. You can play metal songs through vibrators? Jesus. You don't want to kill him. Well, maybe. "100 years ago, young boys were made to wear white dresses till the age of 5. I mean, weren't just those like white... Damn, okay. Fucking got his ass. I don't think he meant it, Mingles. Please tell me you just timed him out for that. It was only for 10 seconds. Okay, thank you. It's a little concerned. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, like, wasn't... Like, the white outfits... Well, I don't know if they were white. I mean, if you were a baby back in the day, you just didn't wear clothes. You just had, like, some sort of gown. Like the post of that person asking how to get bitches and the answer was don't call them that. Yeah, real. Yeah, the gender ambiguous robes. Isn't it one of the advices for parents today to be like, just get your babies the cheapest, shittiest clothes possible because they're just gonna grow out of them or shit all over them anyway? You keep saying real, but he's in prison. He broke out. Or something like that. He's yaoi now. Pink was once the manly color and blue was the feminine color. Yeah, gender's all just fucking made up. Just these gender roles, these specifics, it's like, bro. It's all just made up. Who cares? Real and a be-all when he figures his shit out. Real ASMR just screams into the microphone. He just watches a lot of abridged series. Yeah, gender was made up by the bathroom company to sell more bathrooms. You know, free yourself from the cage of gender. Shop on both sides of the clothing store. So really the bar has gotten so low that I feel like I have a good shot when I actually get back in the dating market just by virtue of wanting a GF I can treat like an equal. That's so true. The bar is so fucking low. Like, honestly, just don't be a shithead. Real's favorite anime is Hellsing Abridged. He loves episode 4. Drawing Real being domed by Capybara right now. Oh my god. No, he's talking about Capybara, like, I don't, does he still go by Capybara Delivery? Or is it just Capybara with a lot of extra letters? Make your clothes at home like an Amish person? Hey, I mean, I'm not against people making their own clothes. It's just difficult. Mods, draw Mingle's self-cess now. The girls aren't wanting to date them for being Trump a-holes. Oh, no, there was that dating app that was all conservatives, and there were no women on it. It's like, yeah, man, who would want to go on the dating app where every guy is guaranteed to not respect your rights? Like, yeah, let me look for a boyfriend on the app where it's guaranteed that he'll try to kill me if I ever get an abortion. Alright, goodbye, Gaming Devil. That's an interest. That's like, wow, you just made like a cow emoji out of emojis. That's pretty clever. Good job. Shop in the women's section for sun cloaks. Sun cloaks. I don't know what those are, but nice. Are we talking like sun covers for like the beach? If they're nice and flowy, those are so fun. MAGA women don't want MAGA men, and they don't understand what a huge red flag is. Yeah. Banana strings covered in crunchy peanut? What the fuck? This is so evil. School did a cross-dressing day for homecoming week my senior year. I wore a dress and apparently hot enough to basically be one of the reasons my friends realized he's bi. Nice. We never had a cross-dressing day at school for like a spirit week or anything. We had like pajama day, crazy hair day, things like that. But I do recall when I had like a drama class, and the teacher was kind of a hippie, and she was telling us to try playing around with our gender presentation or something like that. And like try doing that over the weekend. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I don't remember if I actually did anything. I might have just like worn baggy clothes to look more like a guy. I don't know. But it was interesting that like these days, if you heard that in school, there would be like a riot and the teacher would get fired. But back then I told my mom about it, and she was just like, oh, cool. Like, what day are you going to do that on? Why would men ever want to shop in the women's section and give up pockets? There are some dresses with pockets. Seen that 5'10" teal thick girl at the pizza place since I decided I would ask her out next time I see her. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I miss pockets. I creep for them. Listen, I don't wear jeans, so like I'm good to go on this, but there are ways to add pockets to your outfits. You gotta get creative. What was I gonna say? Oh, you know what? I did dress up as a guy for Halloween one year. I did not do a very convincing job. I just tucked my hair into a hat and wore a baggy sweater, and everyone was just like, oh, are you supposed to be like a singer or something? Because I might have looked like some sort of performer, and I was like, no, I'm just supposed to be a guy. I think they all thought I was meant to be like a performer or like a rapper because I wore one earring, because I knew that guys wore one earring. Yeah, just a guy. I was just like, yeah, it's me as a guy. I'm famously lazy with my Halloween costumes. I never go all out. Similar to the stereotypical jacket thing. You mean a poncho? Ponchos fucking rule. I love ponchos. Oh. Yeah, it's a good thing you waited, because, like, COVID. Scariest Halloween monster. A guy. I was a Dalmatian once when I was really little, but it was just... I just had, like, a cape. It was like a hood that was Dalmatian spotted, and my mom put makeup on my face. It's kind of cute looking back on it. Because my favorite movie when I was a kid was 101 Dalmatians. There's a really... My parents actually used to go all out for their Halloween costumes. There's these great old photos of my mom dressed up as a phone. Or I think it was a cell phone. Like, just like some sort of foam box around her with buttons on it. And another year where she went as a spider and just had like a bunch of pool noodles stuck onto her. So fun. And my dad, one time he went as one of the dudes from the Blue Man Group. Decided on getting either the standard one earring or a nose stud. Well, I mean, earrings are more standard. I guess a nose stud, that does stand out more. I would never be able to get a piercing in my face. I'll stick to the ears I've already got pierced. Professor Layton is going to be at the Tokyo Game Show. I saw that. I saw that on Professor Layton Heritage posts. That blog does not post very often. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, what? Because they have been pretty much silent about that since I had COVID, which was February of 2023, I believe. When is that? When's the show? When are they gonna announce it? When's the sizzle reel? You need to tell me when it is, though, because I don't know. What's your worst Halloween costume? Just in inconvenience alone, the time I went as the Grim Reaper, which was just me in a black hoodie and white face paint and a hockey stick with cardboard on the end of it to look like a scythe. It was such shit. Oh yeah, the dog spider costume, that's so fun. You're telling myself life will be better in a year or two? You know what? You keep telling yourself that. And I don't mean that sarcastically. You gotta keep telling yourself that life is gonna get better because eventually it's gonna be true. That's just real. Like, I told myself that for a long time, and guess what? I'm here. This is way better than my old apartment. I used to just, like, make a game out of bitching about my old apartment. Nobody's throwing their clothes onto the front lawn here. Nobody's stealing my parking spot here. I have to pay for the parking spot here, but nobody's taking it. One day I'll wake up and have a girl cuddling me and it'll be so perfect. You hold on to that. You hold on to that, because it's going to be true someday. One day, you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, damn, it was all worth it. That's true. Really want to dress as the Kool-Aid Man? I don't know how, though. You could probably buy a costume for that. It'd be really inconvenient to wear, though. Hobson excavator, no. Oh man, when I got my oil changed like last week, the guy at the place, he told me that something was wrong with my car and that's why the check engine light was going on. He checked it with the machine. He's like, yeah, there's like some sort of spark plug or something. I don't know. It's like your engine's going turbo when it's not supposed to or some shit. And he's like, I'll turn it off for you, but if it comes back on, you might want to take it to like the dealership you got it from. And I'm just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I hate cars so much. I hate cars immensely. They're the worst. That feel when she won't be 10 feet tall though. You get lucky. Me and the bad bitch I pulled by hanging in there, right? And don't just like settle. Like don't just go for the first girl that's like willing to look your way. Like have standards about this. You can afford to. There's always time. I just ignore it until it breaks. I can't do that. I don't technically own it. Oh, it's my mom's old car and she's gonna be so pissed if I let it break. Public transport is my friend. I don't drive the car that often. This is a once a week kind of thing. If I gotta go somewhere out of town or I gotta go somewhere specific in town that the bus doesn't go to or it's too cold to bike, fine, I'll drive, but I hate it. I walk everywhere I can. For the autistic awkward girl who end up having to just like both say in plain English, I'm into you and you're into me, right? Classic. 35 isn't young, but I'm also not so old that a girl in her late 20s isn't gonna think I'm too old. I mean, 35 is pretty young. Like, I know everybody's like, oh, once you're in your 30s, you're fucking ancient, but if you're in your 30s, if you're in your 30s, get dirty. Like, if you're in your 30s, you're like, you've got a job, you got stuff figured out. Yeah, you can also go for a girl in her 30s too. Like, whatever. Yeah, it's not super young, but you're not a crone. It's not over for you. It's not fucking Jover. It's never Jover. Unless you're Joe Biden, like actually Joe Biden, then it is Jover. But if you're not Joe Biden, then it's not Jover. And you can do this. Like, seriously. There's so many, like, professional women in their 30s. Professional, like, they're professional at being women. No, like, they're professionals in their careers. They're looking around. They're like, all right, I've got my career in order. I'm looking for love now. Really. They're out there. We hag maxing, crone maxing. Come on. My pool isn't limited because I'm not at the age where I'm old enough to be someone's dad. I mean, even when you're old enough to be someone's dad, you can date women who are old enough to be someone's mom. There's always going to be single people out there. Granted, once you get a lot older, a lot of them will have kids, which is not great, but, you know. There's someone out there for everyone. As opposed to amateur women. Wicked witch maxing. If she doesn't have green skin and melts in water, I'm not interested. Ambi is a professional woman. She spec'd hard into being a woman. Actually, yeah, that is true. Ambiguous is a professional woman. I want a woman who can beat the shit out of me. That's most women. What's Japan's standard time to EST? Okay, well. Oh, since it is in Japan, I bet it's going to be at some ridiculous time here. Do they even have like a showcase that's being streamed, or is it just like a convention and I have to get the news from elsewhere? Dating in your 30s is like sane, no kids, attractive, pick two. Hey. You can stick your dick in crazy. I don't know, well, when you say not sane, like, are we talking conspiracy theories or a little bit eccentric? I'll take a little bit eccentric. That's good for me. Yeah, crazy is more fun. Like, yeah, I guess you could pick somebody with kids if you want some to date somebody with very limited free time, but the crazy people have plenty of free time. I know, because I do. The pool isn't as limited because there's not a lower age range that's young enough to be my daughter, which is where I draw the line. Just something super uncomfortable about it. Yeah, I mean, listen, as you get older, you're going to be attracted to older women. I think that's just the truth. Because, like, I look at, all YouTubers are, like, super fucking young these days. There are YouTubers that are high school. I look at them and I think, when I was in high school, this person would have been, like, my crush. But now I'm looking back and I'm like, these are babies. These are little babies. I hear stories about like people in their 20s going after high school girls and I'm like, how? Those are children. They're babies. There's nothing attractive about them. Get a girl who will lock you in her basement until Stockholm Syndrome kicks in. Just want a mildly attractive girl who isn't repulsed by me being a dork. Listen, there's plenty of dork girls out there. Yeah, do you have like a local comic book store or something? You'll find them there. Probably. We're looking at a dork girl right now. No, I'm a cat girl. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Don't write off people with kids either. Yeah, I know, MILF and DILF. It's just, I'm not interested in kids, so I would never consider them. I don't want to raise anybody. I don't want to be involved with that. That's my personal choice. If you have kids, you're out. I'm not interested in that. Wouldn't want to make a girl uncomfortable in an environment like that. I mean, alright. Conventions, then? I mean, I understand dating is scary. Just asking people out is scary. Like, there was an article about it. It's just like, it's, no, feminism hasn't made it harder for you to ask women out. Asking people out is just scary. Something like that. Yeah. Just, maybe you start with making friends. I don't know. Hanging around a comic book store to pick up women feels weird to me. I don't know, you just become a regular in a place. This is the problem with, like, third spaces going away, because that was also a place where, like, you would make friends and therefore find people to date. This is the problem with the loneliness. This is what leads to the loneliness epidemic and whatnot, you know. You ever find a local group? Just, you gotta meet more people. Has been made harder, but not for bad reasons. I don't get it, but okay. Just be gay. Oh my god, okay, no, what was it called? Howcast or something? These old instructional videos from YouTube back in the day. It was like how to get laid, and the video just started with, if you are a woman, proceed to have sex. If you are a gay man, proceed to have sex. And then if you're a man, then it just went through like all the different ways you could convince a woman to have sex with you. And I was like, whoa. It was very of the era. Just astral projecting me back in time. Yeah, oddly enough, the Howcast videos that were about sex and how to obtain it were the most popular ones. It's made men more sensitive to being creeps, which is obviously a good thing, but it made dorks like me more anxious about doing something that's already very difficult for me. True. That's true. But, I don't know, man. A lot of guys are like... Actually, you know what? I don't have the statistics on this. Do you think catcalling has gone down? Because back in the day, like, every woman I knew had been catcalled. Just like some guy drove past on the street and had called out to them. That's happened to me once. But do you think that, like, has the rates have gone down? Do you think there are less women being catcalled these days? It's just a curiosity of mine. Asking a girl out politely in a giving setting. I know that's what you're talking about, but like creeps don't have limits, so just you know, I'm wondering about that. Has the rate of creepiness gone down? It's just, you gotta wonder. Gotta take care of stuff. Oh right, you're still at work. Goodbye. Good luck with all that. People be working on a Friday, but I'm not because it's my birthday. Yay! Yeah! Hooray! It's Fake's birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's Friday the 13th. It's my birthday. I get to be the funniest person because it's my birthday. Yay! Hooray! How old am I? Old enough to know better. Get catcalled all the time and I'm just a femboy? What? Well, that sucks. Someone getting called every day at least once. It's still very much a thing. That's awful. Using the party hat as a unicorn horn? Well, I mean, it's not a 3D model. It's stuck on my head. What would your age be if it wasn't your age? Forever 21. Is Forever 21 out of business yet? I'm forever 17, dude. Catcalling a femboy is not something I'd ever conceived of. Well, I mean, if they mistook him for a girl. If your birthday was your credit card number, expiration date, and security number, what would it be? 1. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. I'm just thinking about that fucking Elon Musk tweet. You'd hope he deleted that, but I bet he didn't. It's so fucking gross. Been catcalled once driving? Yeah. I mean, I've definitely had people yell out to me from cars going by, but I've never been able to understand what they're saying. Like, they'll yell something that could have been like, "Hey, girl," but they went by so fast and were being so nonsensical that I couldn't understand what they were saying. How does it feel to be born on an unlucky day? Feels great. It's my lucky day. I don't know. I'm the weird kid. I was like, you know, I wanted to be emo, but I couldn't commit. I'm just like, Friday the 13th is my lucky day. It's bad luck for everyone else except me, because I'm special. It ends up sounding like Peter Griffin saying the whole alphabet in a second. I was the cool, weird kid with no friends. Yeah, it's like, and then they're gone. It's like, hey girl, you walking to get the mail? Chris Hansen was also born September 19th. Okay, well that's 6 days away. There were a lot of people born in September. It's true. You were born exactly the same day Jason Voorhees made his killing spree. I thought that was when he died. Oh, the 13th, okay. Well, I wasn't born on September 13th. I was born on Friday the 13th. Being the cool weird kid means you're almost certainly neurodivergent. Yeah, that's why they had me diagnosed. I'm so mad. I'm still mad about it. You know I'm mad? Because in English class, we were watching Persepolis, the movie, and I missed the second half of it because they pulled me out to get diagnosed. I really liked the comic, and then we were watching it in class and I missed the second half. So mad. Gonna eat this rice cake? I don't think I'd like rice cakes. This is worse than the time a Balloons YouTuber found my channel, honestly. Getting diagnosed, top 10 worst things that have ever happened to me. But then again, if I never found out and I'm just like, wow, why is everything so fucking hard for me all the time? And I never had an answer for that. I'd just be like, I probably would have just taken myself out. What does catcalling mean? It's when a guy, actually when anybody does this, it's when you see somebody walking by and you're like, hey girl, you a hottie or something like that. I don't know what they actually say, but it's basically just harassing somebody in an overtly sexual manner. It's like if a guy walked by and I was like, hey, what that thing do? That's catcalling. Parents used to think my autism would go away. No, that's real. Like, adult autism has become more well known in the last few years. It used to be like when you would buy something like a weighted blanket, you'd only be able to buy it for like a child because apparently they thought autism is just a kid's thing and it goes away. It super doesn't. That girl did the exact same thing to me. Congratulations, you got catcalled. My condolences. Am I really autistic? I'm on a spectrum. Listen, the thing they diagnosed me with is not considered, it's not considered like a proper diagnosis anymore, so we just stuck me on the spectrum. I don't need to get re-diagnosed with anything. Like, they gave me the diagnosis of, you have a learning disability, but we're still going to treat you like a person. It's that one. I don't like to say it. So weird being told you're autistic and have ADHD at 21 and then looking back at your childhood. Oh yeah. I got diagnosed in the middle of high school. Not a good time for me. If I had been diagnosed earlier, it probably would have been a lot easier. But middle of high school, I did not accept it at all. One, because the name's fucking horrible, terrible, worst word ever to call something. Like, basically it's just like, hey, you have a condition. It's the shit ass condition. We're just gonna call it that. So I was like 100% against it. I'm like, I was misdiagnosed. I do not have this. No, just no. Don't say that I have this. I'm just gonna keep living my life like normal. But now that I've gotten older and worse, it's like, yeah, I'm definitely just like not neurotypical. Fucking obviously. People used to treat autism, yeah, I mean, the way you used to treat autism was by forcing them to mask. And if they couldn't mask, they locked them away forever in asylums. Unfortunately. But, you know, at least I'm an independent woman, you know? Alzheimer's, my grandma had that. Do I STEM? Does computer programming count as a STEM? That's technology, right? Yeah, I think I was in STEM, technically. Oh, oh. Do I stim? I don't know. I mean, I don't have any like really repetitive motions that I do like to pace. Does that count? Does pacing count? Also, if I'm wearing very long sleeves, I do like to flap them. That's very fun. Wake up at 3 a.m. on a Thursday morning to watch the Japan Game Awards. That way you can root for ensemble stars to win it. They're not winning anything. It's Steam now? That's, as someone who paces, yes, okay. I gotta get a handle on that. Me when my arts degree actually did me good. It'd be nice if my STEM could be an artistic endeavor, yeah. Send a screenshot of how I stumbled into things being official. Okay. I'm getting a lot of messages here. Good lord. Wait, there's the program timetable. So wait, are these shows? Are these gonna be streamed or... I guess I'll look that up later. Let's see. Stumbled into things. Oh, okay. But you guys didn't know you were dating? Oh my god. Clueless. Oh my god. That's so funny, actually. 9 a.m. is level 5. Well, we'll see. I'll look into that. Oh my god, I have so many messages. I stream for a mere 3 hours and then everybody wants my attention. Can you believe it? I'm so popular. It's just ridiculous. I do look like a proper VTuber now, though, don't I? What kind of shirt would you call this? Like the off-the-shoulder type of shirt with the straps, like, and the black hair and the cat ears? I do look like a real VTuber now. I look like a pro design. What are VTubers? It's just people who have like a model that talks in their place. Like me, but I'm not a VTuber. You should keep it. Yeah, like my VTuber model is like completely different. I'm just emo. Typical WLW experience is not knowing if you're really dating someone you've been on. Yeah. Is the clueless lesbian stereotype. The black hair to suit the model, yeah. Well, to be honest, I've never really been crazy about like the shade of purple my hair is. Like, I color picked from my artwork, my channel artwork, and it just never looked right in 3D. Maybe you keep that for the month of October? Well, I guess. I mean, my hair in real is black, and I'm gonna be keeping that for a few weeks. I know it's gonna stay longer than, like, typical hair dye does, because I had to mix it. It's gonna look so bad when it starts to fade and then the blonde starts showing through again. I've totally fucked up my hair. I really need to grow this out. Maybe I should just get, like, a buzz cut and figure it out. I don't know. Make it orange on oh, I still have my Halloween model. Of course. I made that for a reason. Halloween fake. Do a stream at 3 a.m. for the Japan Game Awards. It's not going to be subtitled. I'm not going to know what they're saying. Do you actually dye your hair purple? I did. That's why I dyed it blonde, and then the purple left and the blonde remained. Thank you, TJ Tharp, for being a real faker for 27 months. How am I feeling? I'm feeling kind of tired. I might have to end the stream soon. Like, I'm sorry, I know you just got here, but it's been almost 3 hours. 3 a.m. challenge to a different level. Like, 3 a.m. challenge, learn Japanese before that stream starts. I call Professor Layton at 3 a.m.? Oh my god. Thank you, Ambiguous ASMR, for being a real faker for 26 months. Yay.
That's so cool.
I'm officially 13 years old. If there is one problem that I have with VTuber models is that they all look way too young. It's like, yeah, girl, I know you're in your 20s. Why do you look like you're 15? Your hair is actually blue. Nice. I called the Japanese Game Awards at 3 a.m. Just like, bring, mushy mushy. Slap some wrinkles on there? I guess you could do it. Go through the effort of making a model, you can look however you want. I guess. It's just a little bit sus. Buzzcut fake VTuber have 4 ears or flat sides and... Listen. I think I've answered this question. I can't believe I missed a spot when I was recoloring my hair. Fuck's sake. That looks so bad. But yeah, it's been well known that I have both. Called Justin Trudeau to make a guest appearance at the Japanese Game Awards. Don't do that. He'll show up in a kimono. I have to start the stream at 7 a.m. to do this. I mean, are they actually going to be streaming these shows? That's my question. Is the level 5 show going to have a stream? Justin Trudeau will show up as the most horrific stereotype. God, things are getting so fucking dire here. The government better not fall. They give me like half my money. The government is responsible for like half of my income. I actually look 13 in real life. I could pass for a college student, but then anyone in their 20s could. Justin Trudeau in full samurai armor. Jesus Christ. My stomach just growled for like 5 minutes. I should probably get out of here. It's so much better here. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Listen, I was just waiting for the dudes from Internet Today to explain what the fuck happened in that debate because I didn't want to watch it because I shouldn't have to. It's not even my country. And just the cliff notes, I was just like, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Just, I mean, how is this guy even like a human person? With, like, it's absolutely insane. Just so racist, so bigoted in so many different ways, all in the span of like 2 hours. Like, why does this woman who's actually like somewhat competent have to spend 2 hours debating with a man who is insane? Why is he not, like, dead? Ugh. It's baffling. How is this allowed to happen? Like, conservatives were saying, oh, the Democrats must have been given the questions ahead of time. It's like, no, she actually knows about politics, so she prepared for, like, political questions that might be asked of her. Meanwhile, he doesn't know jack shit, so... Oh, it's too much. It's too much. Yeah, just nothing that made any sense. Just complete word salad. It's insane that this is just the reality we live in. I've been thinking this since like 2016. Like, when the votes came in 2016, I was like, what? What the fuck do you mean? What do you fucking mean that guy's gonna be the president of a nation? What the fuck are you talking about? How is this real? Just too insane. It's too insane. Yeah, they missed. He didn't even get shot. They shot... He's like, I got shot. And I'm like, you fucking didn't. You just got hit by some glass from a teleprompter. Ooh. Like, bro. I bleed more from paper cuts. Yeah, the fact checkers were very unfair to me by pointing out that it's illegal to murder an infant everywhere. Starting your 5th Arkham Origins playthrough? Good for you. That's vibes. I kind of want to play Arkham Knight again. But then again, maybe not, because I've, like, seen all of it recently. But Arkham City, though? Maybe. Anyway, my stomach growling is ruining the live stream, so I need to leave. It's been 3 hours. I did my 3 hours. That's my work for today. Ugh. I need to eat something. Alright, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for celebrating my birthday and for talking to me and telling me that my shirt looks cool and telling me happy birthday. Okay, thank you. Thank you everybody who donated, became real fakers. Thank you, thank you. Goodbye. Yeah. Oh my god, thank you Lamazo7878 for the $1.99. I'm so glad these pop up immediately.
Goodbye. Happy birthday, Argon.
Again. Thank you. Goodbye.